for the stream delay. We keep pushing it back as we keep talking about things, but that's all right because I think we've sorted out a dozen different new character options or something like that. Apparently, Virgil's unlocked the mystery of the character sheet not being terrible. I guess we'll have to talk to him about that in a second.
I'm also a Jedi, so that's cool.
No, he's lying.
He's lying. He's a Sith. Never
So
believe
I
him.
want to just up front discuss the important things in life, like who won what votes, and then we'll go to introductions. Because these guys are going to want to put their XP into stuff. Coral and Jax both won MVP, so they both get 10 experience points.
Congratulations.
Toby won Funniest for another 5, and Dargo won Embodiment with 1 vote.
How much did Toby win by for the funniest?
I don't think he was actually top contender. My recollection was that somebody else is in front of Funniest, but you can't win more than 1 vote. So
Cool.
that's how Dargo managed to win, because no one voted for him on any category but Embodiment. Therein, he received 1 vote.
Nice.
I think the audience gave you a gigantic middle finger after last session, Tyler.
Oh my god,
hilarious.
yeah. But you totally deserve that giant middle finger. Could I just point that out?
Yeah, no,
All right, so now that that's out of the way, Tyler, how has your week been?
pretty good. It's a lot of Witcher 3, and that's pretty much it as far as the gaming front.
So, can I just ask, like, are you aware of all this big hubbub that's going on about The Witcher 3 these days?
No.
Okay, so the big hubbub is apparently the best mission in the game is the Bloody Baron Tree, which is like right at the start. Even I've completed that mission.
Yeah.
And everyone's saying that's the best mission in the game, and that they're basing the expansion, the 2 expansions, off that mission in terms of like level of quality. And a lot of people are reporting this. And I'm like, why the fuck? I don't understand why this is a thing, but apparently it's a thing. So I just want to get your opinion on that since you're currently playing it.
I mean, I really enjoyed the Baron missions. I mean, simply because it was probably it was the first big story arc in the game, and I think they did a really good job, and it kind of made you actually choose between the moral choices. And if you did everything, if you were trying to be a good guy and trying to do the right thing, you ended up with some pretty terrible consequences from some of your decisions. And I think that was really that embodied what Witcher 3 was all about, or at least what they were trying to go for with Witcher 3. And I haven't gotten far enough in the story at this point. I've been running around doing everything else to really compare it to any other things in the game, which may or may not be true for a lot of people, because I think if you haven't necessarily played the entire game, I think a lot of people got to a certain point and then maybe either tapered off, or they just keep running around like I am, doing the side quests, blowing up monster dens, exploring, that sort of thing. I can't really compare it to much else at this point. But then again, I started playing this game very late, so
How many hours you put into it now?
probably about 60.
That's a lot more than I have, man.
I think 60. Allow me to check Steam.
Well,
Greatest
let me
record-keeping-
do my weekly check-in.
Yeah,
How's
absolutely.
Gwent Watch going? Gwent Watch, the most important thing in my life.
I don't know what that is.
He doesn't
Gwent,
play
it's
Gwent.
the fucking card game, man.
He doesn't play.
Oh, Gwent. I don't play it.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
I don't play it.
All right,
Sorry.
fine, we're done. We're moving to somebody else.
That
who's
one-
more interesting.
Gwent over his head.
Wow. Okay,
Wow.
we're skipping past you too, Virgil. Thor, how was your week?
Wow.
My week was quite interesting. We had David Cronenberg visit our store, do some autograph signing, and then we went and watched The Fly at the movies with him and did a Q&A
Wait.
session afterwards.
The Fly?
Yeah.
Is that a movie that's out at the moment?
No, it's a 30-year-old Cronenberg
Okay,
movie.
I was just making sure that I'm thinking of the same thing. All right.
You've seen the movie, right? It's
You guys
Yeah.
get in roll 20.
I'm in roll 20.
Oh my god, you guys are making a mess of these fucking introductions. Thor,
Anyway.
I want to hear
Sure.
about your Cronenberg movie.
The Fly is awesome. If you haven't seen it, see it. It is really good, and it will disturb you greatly. And I highly recommend the rest of his work as well. And I actually managed to get David Cronenberg, a Canadian man, to write to Thorin. on autographing my extensive DVD collection of Cronenberg films.
I assume it
Did
means
it
Ireland
increase the
forever in
cost of it?
Icelandic.
Increase the cost. Nah, man, he came to the store and was just signing for free, and of course, the staff at the store was us being huge nerds and collectors. I mean, my boss actually showed up with laser discs of The Fly and Videodrome.
No, I get that, but like if they're like collectors stuff, right? Does that increase like the actual value of the item as a collector? Or is his signature so out there that it wouldn't matter?
I don't know.
Mm.
I don't really think about that. I like collecting shit, but I've never actually thought about the monetary value of those things. But,
All good, baby. All good. So
he's a famous guy. He was awarded a Lifetime Achievement Award this year for filmmaking, and I recommend most of his movies. Some of them are more difficult to watch than others, but I like. But anyway, we were going to have this a quick introduction. So as much as I could talk about Cronenberg and a lot of other movies for quite a while, I think maybe we should move on.
Okay. Virgil, how was your week?
Doing excellent. Had a long day today of doing like deliveries, so driving around all day. So it's nice to be home and out of the swarms of cars. And yeah, I just figured out that if you go to a character sheet and you go to the skills, you should show the chat this because it's epic. Like choose a skill, like you go to computers or whatever and hover over the question mark, and it tells you the overview and what page on the book it's in. But then if you scroll over, it has all the little symbols with what happens. Like if you get the threat die on computers, the character does a poor job of concealing his presence in the system. Security systems are alerted. Add a blue die to the check of any NPC attempting to discover the evidence
You should
of his actions. It has all that
check
stuff
the
there.
reference sheet then, motherfucker.
Out of curiosity, are you talking about the character creation sheet? Because I see no question marks.
I don't see. I don't.
Can you guys see
character
Toby's
sheet.
journal entry? Character journal, Toby.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Open his character sheet. He's fully filled it out.
Uh,
I did it. It didn't work at
and
all.
you can just-
so.
Actually, I don't
Oh.
see his character sheet.
You
but-
can just roll up like whatever you want.
Yeah, but it doesn't
Go
add the die
athletic,
that you
sure.
need, right? So it's like it's
What?
pointless to have this.
I
on a
would have
sheet.
filled this out for you, Arthur, a long time ago if I had actually had control over
No,
this.
it's fine. It literally
No, you
is
can actually
useless.
just type right in here, I think, too. Like, one black. Let's see if that works. Yeah. You can just type
Yeah.
it right in there.
It's
That's cool.
easier for me to just write it
Yeah.
out, in my opinion. But
Yeah, but that's cool. I think this character sheet is pretty good.
We'll figure it out.
figure it out together.
Anything else going on, Virgil?
I had a great time the other day on Dave's stream playing some Fiasco, and I think you can catch that on the SoundCloud. Is that correct, Dave?
SoundCloud and YouTube.
And the YouTubes. Yeah, we played some Fiasco, Action News 6. It was pretty funny. We were just
It was
laughing.
basically Anchorman and Fiasco.
Yeah, it was good. Good
It
stuff.
was really good. One of the best ones I've ever done.
Yeah, so getting some good role playing in, and excited about tonight's show. Especially excited.
Yeah, girl.
All right, Dave, how are you doing this week?
Good. My wedding to Swagulo happens tomorrow, so I'm pretty excited about that. He's going to be dressing up and bringing a cake. I'm also going to be showing up because, you know, it's my wedding. I'm the groom. Obviously, that's how it works. Yeah, as the Virginator said, we had a Fiasco game in lieu of the Die Party game day stuff, mostly because one of our players who was in both games, funny how that works, got flooded out. So he literally could not play because he was up to his ankles in water. I mean, we could have forced him to play, but that would have been inhumane to some degree. But
Well, what else is he going to do? Swim for his life?
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Pretty sure that's in like
live.
the Twitch terms. It's like do
Terms
not
of service,
force like people in Bloods to stream against their will.
That's it. You're into it. And I picked up Vermintide. I've been playing that. It's average at best. I mean, it is in beta, so like whatever. But yeah, no, man. I hit that 1,600 followers mark last night. That was pretty cool. And I'm ready to get my Twi'lek on, yo. Let's do this shit. Ready to fucking, what do they call them? Fucking things that hang off my head.
Liku.
I'm ready to Liku all over this bitches. You know what I'm
You're
saying?
gonna whip your Liku back and forth.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking swing it around like a helicopter, man.
Oh yeah.
So I just want to throw out there, first off, we have a new
What's up?
overlay that we've been working on.
Oh,
thanks
shit.
to Virgil for slanting the overlay and making it look all strange and shit. Second, fuck Dave and Virgil, because while they were busy jerking each other off talking about their fucking game, absolutely no one mentioned the game I ran for them on Friday, Golden Glaive, where both of them pick characters that don't have rules written for them yet.
I was still doing my shit, man, and then
They're
came
both
up and
like,
you
oh,
busted.
look at all this alchemical stuff. And I'm like, hey, guys, there's no alchemy rules. And they're like, make rules up for me, Arthur. And now, what they don't know is by Friday, if I don't get rules from John Harper, I'm going to ask them to switch their character ability because I'm not going to make up rules for a game that he already has rules for, but he doesn't want to give us.
You're gonna make me change my entire character?
Yeah, I am going to make you change your character because I don't know what the rules are, bro.
You're gonna make me change my Poison Ivy character to not be Poison Ivy, just
You
be
can
a
still
normal
be Poison
baby?
Ivy, you just can't literally emit death toxin that instantly gives a heart attack and diarrhea to anybody that you kiss.
I don't know, that sounds pretty good to me.
That sounds horrifying to me, actually. That sounds like the exact opposite of good.
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, I don't know, we'll think about it. I'll just have to fucking force you to make rules. Anyway, okay, fair enough.
Alright. So, if I haven't mentioned it yet, I haven't slept. And now we just lost Virgil. Awesome. We're at a good start here. We're at a good start. When Virgil gets back, we'll get the real game going.
I'm back.
Alright, excellent.
You never left, bro.
At some point, this camera will be back as well.
Huh? I can see it.
I can see it too.
Alright, I got the cam back. So, I'm going to throw down the Star Wars crawl in chat.
Shit, I haven't watched that yet.
Yes, so introductions are over. Let's get this going, son. We got Star Warsy stuff.
I read so much Star Wars lore this weekend.
If you are watching on YouTube, the Star Wars crawl will be in the description of the video, of course, as it always is. Really, Dave? Really?
He doesn't want to get a.
You know, people have to
claim.
listen to this after you're done doing that noise, right?
Here's the thing. People love it when I make those noises.
Sure they do.
Yeah. Well, you just don't know comedy. That's it. I know comedy. So.
If we can reach a broad
Pretty sure
enough
Toby's
demographic.
won the most comedic character.
Actually, motherfucker, I just checked the votes. All right, I know the true votes for most funniest.
Send your hen,
right?
hen
It's
army.
just that
after us.
MVP, aka myself and fucking Dogman over there, happen to be the most
Lion Man.
What the
Lion-o.
fuck? You look like a dog. How can, that's not a cat. That's not the face of a cat. That's
Lost
the face
control
of
of
a
the
dog.
game again.
Go ahead, Arthur. Take it away.
Yeah, I mean, are we ready to get started? Everybody
Yeah.
centered?
Right.
If you find your center, you will surely win.
Shut up. Play the game.
So, of course, if you watch the opening crawl, it will recap what happened last time. Our beginning scene is a young Shivastani, like a werewolf person.
See, dog person. Told you.
Werewolf person is sitting in his house. He's like 6 years old. He's looking out at the night sky where
It's
there's
just the kid we orphaned.
where there's lots of flashes going on. There's like green and red passing between spaceships, and you can see like a TIE fighter with a burning side wing, the shield wing, fly over the house, and like everything starts rattling. And someone opens the door. It's a Rhodian man. And the whole conversation takes place in subtitles, as they're both speaking different languages but can understand each other. And we have to get the translation into common. And the Rhodian comes in and is like, Come with me, Urlak. Come with me. And the werewolf person is like, No! Why are you here, Uncle Blando? Where is my mother? Come with me, boy. Come. Uncle Sleat the Hut will take care of you now. Your mother is on a long journey, but Sleat, he is your good friend. Mama's gone? Where is she gone? What is going on, Uncle? I'm so afraid. There's nothing to be worried about, my boy. Come with me. And then we cut to a Imperial Star Destroyer bridge where all the crew are in like their little bubble pits working on their computers. And we see a man from behind wearing thin leather gloves standing in the dominant Imperial military stance like, I am surveying, but we still don't see his face. And we hear him saying, there is a reason to worry, Senior Lieutenant. Now, get me an analysis. We can't let these rebel scum beat us. And a woman in about her 30s, she looks like young Anne Hathaway, adjusts her hat and says, I'm afraid, sir, I don't know what the problem is. The frigate should not be capable of defeating us. However, the local defenses down on the planet are charging up. If they finish rebooting the system, we're going to be destroyed. And the commander kind of like, you see tilt his head, and we get a side cut of a man with like dark black hair and a widow's peak and a very sharp nose. Just look disdainfully down at her and is like, I need solutions, not... And a young man starts like standing up and waving his hand. He's like, Commander, I found the solution. If we're able to take out the power source on the planet, we'll be able to leave all the infrastructure intact. We can rebuild the generator with what we have on board. I've already given the order. And the man straightens up and says, and what is your name, son? He's like, I'm Analyst Davian. And the commander...
First name Alias.
Like, sends stormtroopers over there. He's like, congratulations, son. You've earned a promotion. You're now Senior Lieutenant. Also, you've earned an execution. I'm the only one who gives orders on this ship. And then the camera, like, zooms out as the guy's, like, screaming, No! No! And we see a Victory-class Star Destroyer. Like, half of the ship is shooting down at the planet and blowing up a power generator. The other half of the ship is shooting over at a Nebulon B frigate, which is trying desperately to rotate sideways and put its engines toward the Victory-class Star Destroyer and escape. And that's when we come upon our beloved Shade Star, or YT-1300. Even though space is vast and empty, and there are many, many possible avenues to escape a planet, somehow they've decided to make their escape directly between the two ships.
Closer we are to danger,
love it
the
when you
farther
make-
we are from harm.
I love it.
And
how
they
you
won't
keep
expect
making
us if we're like
decisions
right
for us.
there, right? I mean,
That's
that sounds
real.
good to me.
Really good. Should we do obligation?
Yeah, we're going to do obligation in just a second. Before we do, I feel like we should cover some very important like news bulletins. Sleat the Hut is asking for all loyal Hutt mercenaries to sign on a contract with him for 500 credits to stay out of the fighting until he negotiates something. So this is like a standard Hutt union contract. He's waiting for someone to offer him a really large amount of money to get all of his boys to join one side or the other. You have a communication from the First Lady of the planet, who you previously known as the wife of Governor Nials, who is asking for help for the rebellion. And you also have a communication from a senior analyst aboard the Star Destroyer Iron Fist, Analyst Harding, who is requesting all Imperial citizens at once aid in the duty of ridding these terrorist scum from the planet with a bounty of money to be paid out for all rebels killed.
Man. We're
So
in the
you're
shit,
getting
guys.
3 different offers.
Yeah, we're completely in the shit.
So
That's
let's
awesome.
do that obligation roll. Can everyone list their current obligation?
20.
I love the idea of getting 500 for doing absolutely nothing.
Oh, you really think we'd end up doing nothing?
Excellent. Okay, so the roll is 17. Dave, I believe last time you had 2 strain that was taken away from you, right?
Yep.
You now
I'm
get
at-
1 of those strain back, and Dargo, you lose a strain.
Okay.
So you're down 2.
Didn't we all do that though? Didn't we
yes,
each lose
you
a
all
strain?
will stay at the same level now. Except for
all
Dargo, who
lose.
loses 1.
Okay.
And
You mean I
Coral,
gain strain or I lose off my threshold?
you
Lose
lose
off your
another point
threshold.
from your threshold. And Coral
So
gets
mine
1
just
back.
stays at 12
Yes.
because I still have 1 from his thing,
yes.
from
Okay.
Dargo's thing. Yeah.
So I think immediately, like, what happens is Dargo, if you'll remember in the last episodes on the planet, you had a very hard decision to make. You had to either track Grimscatter immediately using the Imperial planetary communication codes, or let the moment pass. And you let it pass, and now you're getting like all sorts of warnings. You were backtraced earlier, and now like Grimscatter's gone. The accounts that you were following have been completely emptied, and all records of it are being deleted. And like you're just, oh god, he's on to me. He can attack me at any time, and I don't know where he is. All right, so that's